Hey folks, thank you for joining me for another episode of vendor interviews for our upcoming Des Moines New Age and Psychic Fair Spring Equinox Edition out at Merle Hay Mall on the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd of March, which is this coming Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now, I'm sitting down with one of the intuitives at the fair. Her name is Nicole Sparks, and she has an absolutely amazing resume, as does her partner, Rick. So without further ado, I'm going to pull her on. She's a Gemini, so I have a feeling she'll be able to talk for herself. All right, guys, let's sit in with, and it looks like Rick is going to join us. This is going to be really interesting. So here we go. Hey, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. All right. So go ahead and introduce yourselves. Now, I did not read the interview questions because I wanted it to be more of a cold interview.
Okay.
Simply because the audience didn't read them yet, so I shouldn't either, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. Now, I heard about some of the stuff you're doing. Tell me all about it. And you are a husband and wife team, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, cool.
Well, I'm Nicole, and this is Rick. And we started Twin Flames Holistic Healing in June of 2022. And we got into this because we went to see, her name's Heather Crabb. She works at Twin Souls Healing in Colfax.
Okay.
And she did Reiki on us and gave us a reading. And after that, we just started getting downloads, or you started becoming
more.
You became more aware of things around you, and in a spiritual awakening. But you're like in your head, you're like, "What the hell's going on? Am I going crazy?"
I completely get that. Yeah.
And then I see what she was doing for a living, and I thought, man, this is something that I am passionate about. Like, I want to help other people understand their worth, understand that they can process their emotions and trauma to release them, and to release that from their heart space so that they can add more love to the heart space and become a better version of themselves, but also spread that to people around them and be better people to everybody.
Yeah, that is awesome. That is a good goal to have.
See, you said I'm a Gemini. Here I am talking away, and I'm letting him not talk. Introduce yourself.
It's easier that way.
I was going to say, I'm married to a Gemini as well. What sign are you, sir?
Virgo.
The other Mercury ruled. Wow, Mercury retrograde must be messing with you guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we had told everybody not to come over because, we're going through a lot of stuff with this retrograde.
Well, lunar eclipse, blood moon, retrograde, and a Venus retrograde on top of it, baby. It's going to be fun, right? So, all right, tell me a little bit, Rick, about what you do. I saw shaman in there, and I'm very curious about that. I have a lot of clients who are very curious about it. I know a couple myself, and I'd love to hear your take on your journey.
Mine kind of just all started kind of when I came from the kind of like the awakening of when the COVID started, when everybody took the break.
Okay.
And just had that time to take for themselves. And that happened to be, I was an alcoholic.
Oh, wow.
When that came in. My life was pretty messed up. I lost my painting business. Everything went to crap.
Yeah.
So basically, Heather Crabb done Reiki on me. And just talked me into just give it a chance.
Yeah.
So I went and took the chance, and here I am today. I mean, it's been awesome.
Nice. Okay, I respect that.
So,
now, what are you guys' Chinese signs? So Chinese placemat. What year were you guys born?
1976.
1973.
Okay. Okay. 1976 is Fire Dragon.
Oh, I like it.
And then 1973 is Ox. Nice. It's interesting. Oxen are always drawn to the metaphysical area. Somehow in life, they always end up going into it. And it's really odd because the oxen are a very stable sign. They're very grounded. And normally most people wouldn't think of them as having esoteric interests, but they always end up in this area. Like I would say 8 times out of 10. So, and you, Missy, as a Gemini dragon, you must have enough energy for like 20 people.
Oh, yes, I do.
That is
But
awesome.
when that energy is drained, I can't get out of bed, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Hang on. I've got a spammer trying to spam the entire Facebook feed. So talk amongst yourselves. Go ahead. Go, go, go. Da, 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 da.
A fire dragon? Yeah. A fire dragon?
No.
We always fire goddess.
Yep.
Phoenix. Makes sense. I gotta look. I wrote this down because I'm gonna look this all up.
Okay. There's that. All right. Cool. Block and ban, block and ban, block and ban, block and ban.
Oh, it's crazy.
Every time we do a video or an event, we have so many scammers. We've had them from Nigeria, Ireland, everywhere. Yep. Everywhere. Oddly enough, the vodcast has gotten a lot of reach and we've got international people watching. So I'm really happy about that because it allows me to I started the vodcast as a teaching platform. That way, no matter where people were, I could get answers to them and I could bring on people to give them answers,
Yeah.
And then, it also during the fairs, I can get people a little bit more comfortable with you guys because a lot of people are nervous to walk into a psychic fair still. They don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
And in some psychic fairs, people are not very nice. The vendors are not very nice. And so
No.
I want to make sure that my patrons know, they know me, but I want to let them know that, hey, these guys are not scammers. They know what they're talking about, and they're going to be nice to you. They're not going to be mean to you when you come up and ask a crazy question. Because 9 times out of 10, most of my vendors have been through some really rough stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I think one time when we went to they had the metaphysical fair at the Iowa State Fairgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably like 5-6 years ago. So we started going to that.
Yeah.
And we went to some lady, I can't remember what her name is now, but she was just so rude. And just, I think I took it as she was rude because whatever she was telling me,
she didn't want to hear it.
I was not ready to
That's what I did.
Yeah, I wasn't ready to hear it and I wasn't ready to deal with what she was telling me. So I said, oh, okay. So I was probably rude to her. I probably said other stuff, but then that makes sense now today though. Why? Because I wasn't ready to face what she was telling me. I wasn't ready to hear the truth.
Well, and there is some of that, but there's also some
that don't know what they're doing.
Well, don't know what they're doing, but some people that also just should not be in an area where they contact the public.
Yeah.
You have to have a lot of patience and a lot
You can have all the gift and the right words, but you need people skills.
Yep. Exactly.
Humanity skills.
And I think a lot of times when we do the psychic medium readings, you have to speak from your heart.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to use that person's energy and how to relate the message to them so they take it the right way.
Yeah.
So they don't get offended and they think, oh, wow, you're rude. It's like, I'm gonna say it nicely where I think you'll understand in a nice way.
No,
you can tell the truth in different ways just so they understand it.
No, I grew up with a clairvoyant psychic medium as a dad, and then longtime friend Angelin, clairvoyant psychic medium. And she does really well with that. She's also a Gemini, but she does really well with it because she's just, nothing sticks to her. She just keeps going, and she is very compassionate, but she's very detached from the other person. She does not get involved in their emotions or anything else. She's like, look, this is the way I'm going to lay it out to you. I will be as compassionate as possible, but you need to hear this.
Yeah.
And
well, that's what sucks too, because I'm a Gemini, but I'm also an empath. And my human design, how I was made, was I'm an emotional manifester. So I use my emotions and my feelings and that's what I get from them. I take what I'm getting off of their feelings and emotions on how to help them. So I'm trying to work out. And that's why I know like how to word stuff to someone where they emotionally they can handle it.
Yeah.
but I want to be there when they're going through that emotional down spiral thing, that I'm there to support them. That's what I want to do. It's like, people think it's weird, but I just want people to know that there's people that are in their corner.
Okay,
You
yeah,
can,
that's true.
you're supposed to face your fear, not run from it.
That's true. Because inevitably, honestly though, even if you run from your fear, you run from your troubles, you run from the obstacles, eventually you're just going to face them again.
Yes.
So, and a lot of times they'll be
when it
worse.
comes back around, it's going to be worse.
It's going to be
what
worse.
am I doing? Let me just face this fear and I'll get it over with so I can move on to the next one.
Yeah, right. Because you never know what situation you'll be in next time.
Yes.
And as you come to a place, a vendor to get their reading, I mean, you should give them that message the way it's told to you, when you, to give them their message. I don't believe in sugarcoating anything or.
No, my dad is passionate about that too.
And
this is what I got. Here you go. Oh God, he fed so many people. He's just like, bam. It's like, oh God. But at the same time, if you want an honest reading, if you're just going to a reader for kind of just a fun time, that's one thing. But if you're honestly looking for help, you need an honest reader.
Yeah, you need the truth. You need to hear the truth, even if it hits you like, to face reality. Sometimes you need to be blunt with them and say, you came to me for a reading. This is what I'm getting. Maybe you're not ready at this moment to hear what I'm saying, but write it down, read it later when you're ready. Then it'll resonate with you. Then it'll click. You'll be like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yes, and often that will happen. That's another thing I wanted to ask. Now, when people are getting a reading from you guys, are you guys okay with them actually vocally recording it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Because that's another thing. A lot of times you can't write fast enough unless you've got training to get what's coming out. So, Rick, tell me a little bit about what you
do.
Your readings, what?
As an on the shamanism side, I can journey.
Okay. Tell me about
it. I can do past life journeys.
Okay.
I do spirit animal readings, which it's smoke.
Okay.
I can do alternative readings like.
I was going to say, for the mall, I'd be careful with the smoke readings just because I'm a little fuzzy.
Yeah, something like that I wouldn't do. We couldn't do that there. But
please set that up privately.
Some of the readings that I get when you go like shamanism, it's a deeper reading to me than you're going for.
It's almost like you're getting to the root of the problem.
It always starts at the
top
root
layer. You're getting to the bottom and working up.
Where the the problem started, why you're having the problems. It's just a deeper reading. Okay. And some people get that reading. They're like, it's not what they're wanting their 20-minute fun reading, Right,
yeah.
It's just a shaman is a deeper reading.
Very true. It is definitely for somebody who is going through it.
I say it's angelic on the angelic side.
Okay.
And I do the angelic side of the readings, and she does the angelic side, and she can do the shaman side.
Okay, now I've heard of angelic, but what is angelic?
That's what what you just said, but he's saying angelic.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute, is this something totally new here? Because no, there for a while it was angel readings, then archangel readings. I'm like, all right, well, what's happening now?
That's kind of like, just call it a reading. Everybody uses a different way to get their messages or channeling.
Mhm.
So, and another thing I like people to know when they come to a reading, come in with an open mind. Don't go in there
Yeah.
thinking, oh, I'm going to hear confirmation and I want to hear this answer. No, just come in open-minded, clear your head, because you're going to hear stuff that you don't even know you're going to hear. You might ask a question about one thing, but maybe right now at this moment, you need to hear something else. You're going to get,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So they need to be ready for, I don't know, be ready to be just like, ready to hear the message they have to hear.
I know, right? Be open-minded, not so open that your brain falls out, but just be open for the love of God. I know. No, I've seen people go in with readers and they're just like, no. I'm like, that's between you and them. And I just kind of shut the door and I'm like, I'm going to go get coffee. No. But no, an experienced reader will know how to handle that kind of a client and will actually be able to walk them through the journey of hearing the answer they need to hear that often is preceding the answer they want.
Yep.
Or the answer to the question that they want, excuse me. You almost never actually get the answer that you want. You know, you may want a yes, and you're going to get a nah, not really. You know?
Then they're like, is there any possibility later of a yes? Can he answer that? Like, no, my answer's not going to change at this moment. Come back later.
Yeah, could go either way unless it doesn't.
You know, sometimes people want that loved one to come across. That's why they're coming there, and sometimes they come through if it's meant for them. You know, it's all in what they're supposed to hear at that time.
Yes, and that is one of the things. And oftentimes, well, number one, here's another deal. What happens if your loved one's already reincarnated?
Yes.
What are they supposed to do? Hop out of their body to come pick up the phone? You know, it's like, okay. You know, it's like, no, I'm already living my best life, guys. You know? Or the other thing, and a lot of times this I find is the case, the person isn't ready to hear from that loved one.
Yep.
They might want it with all their heart, but they're just not ready. You know?
Sometimes I get like when I'm doing a reading that person will be coming through while I'm giving that reading. I know that person's waiting for that person, and that person's telling me they're not ready. They're still, you know what I mean? They're not.
Yeah, they ain't ready to hear this.
They're not ready. They're not ready for this.
Now, a buddy of mine, he's a paranormal investigator. His mom passed away. He didn't know about it. She passed away suddenly. She had always been against him doing the ghost hunting and everything. She's like, no, I'm a Christian. I don't believe in any of that. Then she came to him. She's like, son, I know why you do what you do now. He woke up. Awesome. He's like, she's gone. And then he gets the call later that day.
Oh,
that's cool.
Yeah. She's like, I passed on. Yes, I know why you do what you do. Now I understand because I'm over here. And he's like, cool. You know?
Thanks for supporting me now, Mom.
Yep. Thank you. I will expect your support in the future when I'm on cases. You know? But now, the other thing I saw, I like I said, I read as little as possible. I saw that you are a meditation coach, Nicole. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, this is something I'm fairly new to it, so I haven't had any clients for meditation because I don't know a lot of people. Because I think right now a lot of people, you can go to YouTube to do a guided meditation because that's what I do. If I want a certain meditation, I'll look up on YouTube. But I would like to have someone in person because I like to go through the whole thing. Like I like to talk it out and be visual, be with the person because you feel that person's energy also.
I was going to say, well, and the other thing too, I mean, yes, you can do it off of YouTube, but it's a little bit different when you're well, actually, that's something you should do. Why don't you do guided meditation videos?
I didn't think about that because I don't know the first thing, because when you're meditating, I'm like, if I'm the one talking, I just keep thinking, what am I supposed to do if I'm talking? That's what I'm like. I'm not very good at the whole graphic thing, like your whole thing you have set up here. There's no way. It took me forever to learn this. So I'd be like, do I just have, I don't know how to put like an image in it where I could just over talk it, like with music, with frequency music.
Oh, well, if you want, I can sit down and I can help you out a little bit.
Yes. Maybe when we come to this fair thing, we can chat and
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
we can,
And the other thing I was going to mention is I do a psychic roundtable. It's a group discussion every Thursday night.
oh,
So if you guys want to come on that, it's at 8:35 at night, okay? I'm going to tell you, I'm mostly a night owl. Right now, I'm kind of a perpetually exhausted pigeon because I got too much going on, and there's always pre-fair chaos. I got sick for a couple of weeks, and so my timeline got all messed up. And so, yeah, but I will tell you, we started doing the bigger fairs in 2019, and I think this is the most relaxed fair we've had. I'm really happy. We started at Adventureland Inn, then we went to the fairgrounds, and I have to be honest, I'm much happier with the mall management. They are so far, knock on wood, they are very nice. They're just nice people, and that takes away a lot of the stress.
yes.
Which no more stress, no more unnecessary stress. There's always life stress, but no more unnecessary,
Yeah, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to help people relieve their stress.
I know,
not get more.
So, but no, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. This fair is going to be a little bit smaller than normal. One, we changed venues, so there's always smaller crowds, smaller everything for that. But also, a lot of people are getting sick and moving home suddenly right now. So a lot of my vendors are like, "We'll be with you for the spooky season fair, but we got to reschedule." I'm like, it's okay, and no stress from me. Just go take care of yourself, because we do have another bigger fair coming up at the mall, October 31st, November 1st and 2nd. So spooky season fair. We're right between Halloween and Day of the Dead, which I'm so happy about.
Ooh, that sounds very nice.
Mm-hmm. There's probably going to be some sugar skull decorations.
Yeah.
Hang on, I got a comment. It's from my husband. I sent the proper spelling to your messenger. I know you did. And it is irrelevant to the interview. So I love you, baby.
Tell your husband, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
But no. Okay, so with meditation, back to that, are you doing just the sit down guided, or are you also going to be focusing on moving meditation? Because I will tell you, oddly enough, my double Gemini husband can sit down and meditate he can meditate like a rock. Me? I'm a Taurus. I have to be moving. So it's like washing dishes or folding laundry, and I've got the headphones going with like the electronic, and I'm zoning out, or I'm painting, or I'm writing, or I'm doing something, but it's like you've got the monkey mind that is chill. It's got something to do. But all this back here is just, whew.
I would like to do both, because even when I'm at home cleaning or doing dishes, or if I'm moving, I'm zoned out. I'm meditating. Because I always got my frequency music on, or I have a certain playlist that kind of gets me into the zone. Yeah. And I would love to do that, because I'm actually taking classes online for Kundalini yoga.
I heard about that. What's going on there? What is that? Tell me about that. I've heard of somatic. I now know what that is, but tell me what Kundalini is.
The Kundalini energy is at the base of your spine, like they say it's like a snake. So you're starting with that energy, and you're using this energy and using it and bringing it up. Okay. It's the energy that's sitting in your sacral that you are trying to rise. So you can either move it to your heart, your crown, your third eye, so you can use it more to awaken. Or
are there specific poses or movements that you have to do?
There is. And I'm new to it, so I don't know all of them, but there's also different breathing techniques that you use. And you also do like an opening chant, like you do mantras, which I love doing the mantras or the affirmations with it, but it also includes meditation with it. Like you can do Kundalini meditation yoga, where you're incorporating both.
That's actually...
And when you're doing that, because I want to do it where I also incorporate chakra balancing meditation with it. So you're just, when you leave, you feel aligned, you feel peaceful. And that's why I want to do the spiritual coaching, so I can help them feel that way.
See, once you get that certification, I would love for you to teach a class on that.
Yes, I think it'd be very
Or
interesting.
Actually, to hold groups, maybe. Groups would probably be a better idea, but something where people can get, lined up.
I'm so excited, but I just have to get there. I just quit my full-time job, last Friday?
What was your full-time job?
I worked full-time at the post office distribution center, and I worked nights, so that's why I'm a night owl still. I'm trying to get my schedule, and he still works nights, so I'm kind of keeping his schedule so I can still see him while he's at work.
Yeah.
So that's why we're trying to build our clientele, because honestly, I neglected trying to get clients because my priority was on the job that I was making money from.
Yes.
And that was my excuse. I was holding myself back. So I just took a leap of faith, and with his encouragement, I quit my job, and now I'm focused more on the business, because I want to help people, because I'm 48 years old. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here. I want to make some kind of mark and help people.
Yeah, that is true. And also, you should think about, once you get your courses and everything, doing some sort of journal, or like a book.
Yes.
Now, here we go. Here's the pitch. And I think the entire audience that has watched me before and will watch this later is going to know what's coming. Have either of you thought about writing articles?
I have, just because I don't know if it's because I'm a Gemini. I like to do storytelling, but I want the true storytelling. Like,
reason why I asked, not only do I have a shop blog, and I always have guest authors on that. I slowed down a little bit because my website crashed last year, but I'm rebuilding a much better new one. The new one is so much better. Oddly enough, the same thing happened with the Big Fair website. And now I've got a much better Big Fair website. So just kind of that falling apart to fall into place.
Yep.
But the other thing, I am starting, well, in the next few days, it should be out. Like I said, everything got delayed because I got sick. A New Age magazine. It's going to be quarterly.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I've got a science fiction one going, because I love science fiction, fantasy, and horror. I love it. That's my jam. That's where I'm at.
Me too.
Awesome. Okay. Well, if you ever think about writing fictional stories or poetry, let me know. But the New Age magazine, I wanted to do kind of a multi-author project, and it just wouldn't come together. So then I realized, do a magazine. And right now it's going to be quarterly, so once a season. Hopefully we can get it up to bi-monthly and then monthly. But for right now, our staff is very small. So yeah. And the nice thing is, if you write for the magazine, you get a free ad in it.
Where do I sign up?
Okay, cool. Then will you let me put your printed interview in this issue of the magazine?
Yes.
Perfect. Then I'm also going to need an ad from you guys, so I can put that in.
Okay.
And you already sent me a bio, yes?
Yes.
Cool.
I think.
All right.
If not, let me know.
I will. No worries.
Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, great. I'm glad. This is going to work out fantastic. Now, how long have you been doing this? What was your actual start date?
June of 2022. So June 20, was it June 2nd?
Okay.
June 2nd, 2022.
So you've had a few years under your belt to kind of gauge your crowds and your audience. And I'm going to ask this, you don't have to answer, but do you have any awesome client stories or any client horror stories?
I have a lot of, well, when this is where I guess I always had the issue, because with being the empath, when I have a client come in, like they always, of course, when they come in, they're hurting.
Yeah.
There's an emotion that they're hurting. They want to release it. And it doesn't suck being an empath, but it sucks knowing that what that person is feeling and how they're hurting, because I am an emotional person anyway, so when I feel their pain, I'm sitting there bawling. I'm crying.
Yeah.
They're looking at me like, I'm like, I'm sorry. And then I explain, I can just feel what you're going through. I'm feeling your pain. And then they open up more. So it's, I just have an awesome time anytime because we open up and they share more than they thought they probably were not going to share when they walked in the door.
Right.
So for me, it's always a learning experience. They're helping me grow and grow stronger with my own confidence because with the conversation we're having, I know it's helping them. They're starting to heal themselves.
Okay.
Now they know that if they do the work, they don't need someone else to do it for them. They're like, take responsibility and you can do it yourself.
Yeah.
I'm just here to help you with guides or ways to do it. But Rick has probably a horror story.
Oh, okay.
Or a good one. Which one? You probably have both.
A horror story.
Or a funny one.
Okay.
I went to somebody got a hold of me and they had some crazy stuff going on at their house.
Okay.
And they wanted me to come to their house, so I got that what they wanted me to go to their house for was in their backyard.
Okay.
So I went there and done like a smoke reading in their backyard.
Okay.
So a lot came through on the property line where I was there. I was there by myself. When it started, when I got the call to go there, I was like, I'm going to go. So Nicole instantly got sick to her stomach.
And our fire alarm went off by itself.
Okay.
And at that time, we were just new to this stuff.
Those
so
are
I
some
knew,
big signs. Yeah.
I knew it was a warning not to go.
I was like, that's what.
But Rick's like, oh, that means I got to go. The fire alarm goes off. Okay, I get it. I'm leaving. I'm going. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, it was, so I went and so it was an overwhelming, I can't even explain it. It was like crazy when like there was a lot like walking up on me in this backyard, but visually I couldn't see them.
Right.
And I went through all that. This was like 8:30 at night when I did it. And so when I left there, I left feeling different. Like I wasn't myself when I left there. And I had an attachment.
Yep. I was going to say that. Sounds like something crawled off onto you. Oh, so how did you get it cleared?
I work with somebody that's gifted too.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew I felt different. I went ahead and went to work that night, and she let me know that I had an attachment. That's why you're feeling different. They're attached to you. So I got a hold of Heather Crabb,
Okay.
the person that done my Reiki and had done my awakening.
Yeah.
And she told me to come in right away. So her and Nicole like detached it from me
And released it
back
to earth.
Okay. Attachments are a rough one because sometimes they can be really stubborn to remove. In the past 8 years, the number of attachments walking through my door, people with attachments, has skyrocketed. Okay, when I started the brick and mortar in 2011, no, never, almost never. A few years later, all of a sudden, hey, I'm like, what? Okay, well, let's see what we can do, and I can do it, but I prefer to have energy workers work with it. It's just a more sure thing for them. So I have an energy worker that I work with now, and she's awesome. That girl is fast, and she's like a power wash. Okay. She is great. She's a Pisces. So water signs have a real ease with energy work. For whatever reason, it seems to come very naturally to them. At least that's what I found. And she's just like, bam, 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 bam. I'm like, okay, I'm here. I got 5 more clearings. She's like, all right. So yeah, But for whatever reason, in about the last 8 years, the number of attachments has skyrocketed. So, fun stuff, right?
Oh yeah. Well,
It's a ride going through that.
it's just
It's crazy.
the war between the light and the darkness. Like there's more darkness trying to attach to people that are for the light. It's like a spiritual warfare sort of thing.
And I've heard from a lot of the traveling vendors it's going on all over. So at
Oh,
least
yeah.
I know we're not the only ones.
That makes me feel a little bit better. But then I feel bad. It's like, ooh, this ain't good.
But that's also part of the reason why, well, hopefully a lot more people out there started podcasts and stuff to kind of just get the answers out there.
Yes.
Back in the day, a lot of the pagan community elders, they felt a certain way about like not sharing the different knowledge and stuff like that. Nowadays, so much of it's out there anyway, but it's just enough for people to get in trouble with. So you have to have the knowledge to counter it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's all about knowledge at the end of the day.
That's true.
How many fairs have you guys been to?
I'm glad you asked that because we went to one yesterday. It was in Dubuque at a Holiday Inn. That would have been our first one. But the lady that hosted the venue, when we got there, we asked the receptionist, I'm like, where is this venue? It's for the healing fair that they're having. She goes, oh, the vendor didn't pay, their credit card was declined. And we drove 3 hours to get there. There was other spiritual healers and vendors. There was probably 7 other ones there that we met. So I mean, we were meant to go there because we all exchanged cards and we all resonated with each other. So that was awesome.
Yeah.
But,
wait, what fair host was this?
It's, if you look on my Facebook, it's Ushio Reiki Center. Her name is Julieta. She's out of Cedar Rapids, I believe, because she's also the one that taught me Reiki. So
Really?
I trusted her. I'm like, oh, she wouldn't do this, but I've tried to get a hold of her through 4 different ways and she hasn't responded. So I didn't, I'm kind of like, wow, I was shocked. I didn't see that coming. I'm like, how did we not see this coming?
Well,
and then I took it as a bad sign.
Well, we don't know what happened. Nobody's heard from her. So
I was going to say, considering the last year and the way this year's been going, hell, she could have gotten into a car accident. You don't know.
Nobody knows.
Reserve judgment until you know the full story.
Yeah.
If you see her at a restaurant eating lobster, But
I messaged her. I said, hey, I'm not mad at you. I'm just hoping that you're okay. What's going on? Are you hurt? Like, what happened? Because this is not like you.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
so our first fair will be with you.
It'll be with you.
Yay! Well, I'm so happy. I'm honored. I'm glad to have you guys in as first timers. So awesome. And you want to do a talk, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Would you like to do a talk Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Probably Saturday, Sunday.
Saturday, Sunday it is. And Rick, would you like to give a talk on shamanism?
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay. What day? Or do you want to do it both days? Or you kind of strike me as more of a one-day thing. So I would say Saturday.
Yeah, it would definitely be a one-dayer.
Okay. All right. Nicole, if you can just get me the specs for his talk so I can put that up. Because with this new Big Fair website, now keep in mind, still work in progress. It's up, it's moving, but I'm still messing with it. With this one, I can list all the speakers, what they're speaking about. I can put you guys' pictures up and everything like that. The old one I couldn't. So this time I'm going to make use of it.
Oh, okay.
I'm very excited. I'm a very visual person, so I like pictures.
Yes.
Literally, you can tell me your name 50 times. I will remember your face and your signs.
Yep.
That's it. You'll be like, I'm Nicole. I'm like, yes, you are. Yes, you are. Gemini Dragon, right? Yeah, how'd you know? Okay. So, yeah. But yeah, get me the specs for you guys' talks. I will put it up. I will list it. And I will get your thing in the magazine. and get me an ad
Okay.
for what you guys do,
I might have to message you like, okay, like more. I might need help with that because again, I'm not very technical savvy or
Okay.
ad. I'm not sure what to do for. I guess what to do for the ad. I don't know.
Your business name, contact information. I would stick with like a website. Do you
Okay.
guys have a website?
At the moment, I'm working on it.
Okay. No. Hey.
So right now we just have like a Facebook and we have like a website you go to that has like a booking website, but it explains in detail the appointments.
Perfect.
I'll
Okay.
use that one.
That's fine. Yeah. I will tell you the new site that I'm through is Wix. And while they do kind of give me an aneurysm with their terms, no, because when you're adding text or they're like add an element. I'm like, fire, air, water, what?
That's what I thought. I was like, oh, you want me to add fire to this? What?
It's like, why? But no, they call this an element, and then they call this that. I'm like, you couldn't have just stuck with the regular terms, huh?
Yeah.
So, but I will tell you, you can take yourself a lot further with Wix. It's
Okay.
just a huge learning curve. So
Yeah.
And my generation was supposed to be really techie, but it all passed me by. I was busy with the arts, the crafts, the building, and everything else. So I was busy doing the hands-on.
Yeah.
So all the tech passed me by. So I'm learning it all now. So if you guys have a tech background, you're going to be in better shape.
Yeah, that's what I need to work on because neither one of us are tech savvy. It's our kids that are the tech savvy ones.
I just call one of my kids.
Then I was going to say, drag your kids in there. You know what? Just be like, look, mommy and daddy need a website. There you go. And when they ask for payment, say, look, you get dinner. That's it.
Yeah. Or a babysitter.
Yep. There you go. All right. But yeah, give me an image that you guys like. And if you want an image of you two, I have found that when you put your actual face on the ad, people are more apt to go with you because it feels more personal. It feels
they can see they relate to you,
You know what? That does make total sense because I've seen a lot of people posting ads with pictures, and I thought, man, that does seem more personal. That makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, just make sure your guides shield you up. That way, nobody can do anything weird with the picture. That's what we always do. We always tell our people, shield up, and you're good. So picture, image, what you guys do, what you guys specialize in, and then a way to get in touch with you.
Okay.
And if you want, just send me all the details and I can put it together too.
Okay. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we are at 43 minutes and I said it was only going to be 20. So I've loved having you both on. I'm looking forward to seeing you. You're coming in to set up on Thursday?
Yes.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. And do you guys want information on the Spooky Season Fair once I get the application done?
Yes, we do.
Awesome. Now remember, with that fair though, I kind of want everybody to come in costume.
That's cool.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
All right. Sweet. I'm a fan. I love science fiction, fantasy, and horror. I go to sci-fi conventions, anime conventions. If I get a chance to do cosplay and anything, it's going to happen.
Yep.
All right.
I can't wait.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Flash your information, how to get a hold of you.
Okay.
Once you pick your card.
Oh, I don't even have any. I just ordered some.
Okay, then.
We're just going to flash ourselves.
No, I was going to say, you said you had a Facebook page for this, so tell me what to type in and I can screen share it. What am I?
At Spiritually Divine Healing.
Spiritual. Let's take a look here.
Because we have the Facebook, we have LinkedIn, not LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Ooh, TikTok I hear is very, very profitable. I'm trying to figure out how to use it, so we'll see.
Me too. Maybe we can learn together because I want to start doing daily videos of just in action so people can know, oh, this is a real person.
I was going to say the person to go to for TikTok is going to be Simone of Willow Tree Readings. She said she gets a ton of readings off of there and she's very, very active on it. Hold on just a second here. Share. And boop. Okay, guys, this is your page, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, guys, if you want to get a hold of them, message this. You guys see the images. I'm going to do a little scrolly. Here we go. And all right. And you guys are in Altoona?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Well, it's going to be even better. So, all right, my guys. Thank you for coming on. And again, sorry about all the delays. It's been crazy.
Well, hey, you delayed it. I was appreciative because I was like, I just got to bed at 2. My alarm didn't go off.
I get that. All right, guys. We'll see you Thursday.
Hey, thank
See you
you.
Thursday.
Oh, hey, quick thing. If you have any issues at the fair, come to the Des Moines New Age shop. It's within the mall as well, because that's where I'll be. Me or Nicole or somebody. In fairs past, we've had people roving around, making sure everybody was okay. We just don't have the staff to do that. Everybody's life has been a little cray-cray.
Yeah.
Well, when you get time that day, come by.
Oh, yeah.
At the end, we'll give you a reading.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Actually, maybe not. My energy is going to be pretty weird by the end of the fair. I'm not even sure I'm going to be speaking English anymore. Take care, guys.
Take care.
Bye. All right, folks. That was the lovely couple, Rick and Nicole Sparks from Divine Spiritual Healing, and they are amazing, and I'm looking forward to hanging out with them over this coming weekend, and I am looking forward to you all being able to come down and say hi. So thank you so much, and gotta go, butterflies. Bye.